Here's a walk around of the engine. Empty engine bay. There's a gear stick out. You're supposed to undo that first before you pull the engine out, otherwise you have a hard time. I found that out the hard way and when I forgot to do it. But yeah, it's just a general overview of the whole thing. Starter motor there. Wiring harness there. Just seeing how it all connects. So I can put it all back together. Coming back here to the transmission. Couple of things there. Alright, so take the transmission off. We just need to get this bolt. That one, these are all 14s. That one, that one. That one, that one. Then under there. None over there. Yeah, that one. And then that one, and that one. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9 transmission bolts, and that should just come off, hopefully. Alright, so just pulled 3 bolts out. The tiny one goes in that one. We got 3 sizes here. Tiny one goes in that bottom one. This one goes into there. And then this one goes into there. Again with this side. That was in there. That was in that one, I think. Yeah. In that one. And this one was in that one there. Yep. All those bolts undone. Just wiggle this a little bit and it should come off. That's our clutch there. Beautiful. So I think we just take this off. Those ones there. And that should come off there. Alright, so we got the starter motor here. We should be able to just get it out. Yeah. Alright, so I got all the bolts loosened or cracked. There's the starter motor. Now I can just go ahead and undo these bad boys. Nice and easy. So yeah, that came out easy. It was like that. Had this little guiding pin here. Out there. That was in there. So that sort of, goes on there. With that little pin into that hole. And that was just on there like that. Yeah, so that side facing this way, that dip was in there. Yeah. Don't know what this red shit is. Who knows? Clutch dust, I'm guessing. Yeah, beautiful. Alright, looking at add a engine bracket here. Just how it connects to the bottom of the engine, to the intake manifold. And it's a 12mm socket for that bolt. Here's the engine on the engine stand. How I had it going into the back. Here's a general over look of the engine on the engine stand. Engine there. Here's a heat shield off the turbo side, hot side. Just taking that out there. Quite a long bolt. Can add a hard line here. Goes into under the manifold. And here's a little bracket that's holding it up with an engine ground. It's a bolt out of the back, holding the bracket. Taking one of the lines off. Rubber hoses off the hard line. Just trying to get all the hoses off here. Free up the back of the engine. That off there. Back to the front of the engine. Taking off the engine mount that we were using to remove the engine. Back to the right side. Just a hose that's on the engine. Right at the top. That's off. Easy peasy. Connected into the intercooler piping there. Nice and simple. Looking at the turbo elbow now. 3 different bolts. Bottom one is smaller. Left one's longer. There it is. To the turbo there. Turbo gasket off. And removing the heat shield off the exhaust manifold. Couple of bolts that I took out. One there, another one there, and another one there. So 6 bolts all together. Should come off pretty easily. Coming down to the bottom of the turbo. And the rest of that intercooler piping come off. Easy peasy. Bit of oil in there. And just removing the oil hard line for the turbo, I believe. That tab out of the way. Think we can get it out yet. Bit hard to do with one hand. Okay. Gotta take more off first. That's where it connects there. Goes into the turbo. Alright, to take the old engine, I forgot what it's called now. Engine mount, that's the word. Just 4 bolts here. 1, 2, 3. That bolt there was put into that, but I just took it out. And then this bolt was in that spot there. So those 4, and that should come straight out. Alright, now we're taking off more heat shield off the turbo. 3 bolts there. Come. And then this is a lower engine bracket to the transmission. Off. That's turbo gasket, and elbow I just took off for the exhaust. Let's pull this out. It's a cool bolt for the turbo. Copper washer. Behind that. And hooks up to the turbo there. Another copper washer on the base as well. This is oil return for the turbo. 2 bolts here. Connects into the sump there. Hose. Comes off. That out. Easy peasy. And these exhaust manifold bolts there. Eight exhaust manifold bolts there. Whole thing off.